What's going on? We're now live, but we're gonna have to give this new link to all the other people.
Okay, see the new one. Hey, there it is.
What's going on?
Sweet. You run business.
All right. I don't know why it did that to me. But I will fix it.
Oh, yep. I see it now.
All right, so I'm gonna go kill the one that's not live.
Whoops.
Total disaster.
Total disaster.
At least it's this. It could be worse.
Yeah.
That's my favorite Greg phrase that I use frequently. Total
What's that?
disaster. Total disaster.
The total disaster. I figure I'll just remain quiet and let Greg work for a second.
I have no idea.
That's fine.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
simple.
whatever. I'm just deleting it.
I'm barely literate as it is.
Okay. Go share this with all the Yoda guys.
I need to use Gilded more in Discord. Like everybody's got their own little Discord chat or Gilded or something. I'm never on either one. Well, that's not true. I have a one of my players lives in Hawaii right now, and he'll Discord in on weekends and stuff. But otherwise, I'm never on Discord. There we go. It says we got 7 here now.
Nice.
They're starting to file in.
Hello.
I'm mostly live. Yeah, we're mostly live.
Yeah, we're live. We're live.
Oh, he's asking about the Kickstarter. Is the Kickstarter
Fair enough.
Kickstarter is live.
Holy moly, I see it. Heck yeah. It's official. Yeah. Cheers, y'all.
Woo!
Yep.
She's up. There we go. All right.
Back to our synthwave.
There we go.
All right. So what have you been up to, Aaron?
I just finished my Indiegogo campaign for Immortalizing #2 Burn Offerings. So I'm waiting for the money to clear, and then I'll start talking to different printers, because I used a local one last time, but I'm gonna have to try to find something cheaper. So I'm gonna look around a little bit, get the best price, you know. But now I'm not on the campaign tour. I think I did, I don't know, 40 or 50 shows in 2 months. I am burnt out. But we did really well. Got like $4,500. So that's great. I mean, it's nothing like a Kickstarter tabletop campaign where you get like a kajillion dollars, but you know, I'll take $4,500.
Screw this up and gonna get us $1 gajillion. All right, it'll be fine.
We just need one big donor is what we need.
Yeah. To turn it into a movie or something. That's what you need.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited to see what happens, man, because you put out quality stuff. So
Thank you.
I'm excited for you guys.
Thank you. We try.
So Franklin, what is it that you? I don't want to sound whatever, but like, what is it that you do for Duel and Dragon Adventures?
Well, I'm the janitor, usually.
Clean everything up.
Lead guitar. Nah.
Yeah, I'm
We
the
got
bass
our
player.
First few backers, $264 in the hole so far.
No shit.
It's going to take a while to filter out to all the people who have signed up for notification, because it basically sends an email to them, and you know, some might not even see it until tomorrow or the next day.
Nice.
But yeah, $300. Keep zooming
Boom.
in. Thanks, guys.
Going.
Tell all your friends to join the stream. We're here. We're talking about the game.
Yeah.
Zach
my God.
RPG said he just backed and got the extra dice add-on. So that's cool.
Nice. Oh yeah. So Aaron, yeah, I do the layout for the books, like all the layout.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I draw in some of them.
Very cool.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, I'm
We
hoping to
Young
have
Steve.
a module. What's up, Young Steve? I'm hoping to have a module on my next campaign. You know, something that I can sell to tabletop guys. Since my comics about D&D kind of stuff, I think it'll go really well. You know, like a source book.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll be doing the whole layout and stats and who knows. I don't know what everything that's going to be in it, but I'm excited. Except for it's just more fucking work. So we'll see.
All right, we're gonna invite Victor Gorchev to the stage.
Oh shit! What's up, Vic?
Victor
Hey guys,
Gorchev.
I'm Frank,
My arch nemesis.
my nemesis.
What is up?
Make
Not
sure to
much.
Cheers.
Tell everybody you know. Tell you guys in
Yeah.
the chat. Tell everybody you know about it. Young
Yeah.
Steve went for the immersive edition, which includes limited edition CD soundtrack.
Hell yeah!
You will not be able to find that anywhere but the Kickstarter, so that's going to be hot. Appreciate it, Young Steve. Who's number one? Crafty Matt wants to know. Let's find out who was the first backer. Look it up.
Dang, we've got 7 already. Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
I wasn't
$450 so
number
far.
one, sadly.
I don't even know how to check number one. Let's see. On the
Number one.
dashboard.
Number one.
You got some of the link? I'll share it in some DM groups.
Just say that I'm number one, then we can move on.
I'm gonna punch the link into the chat again. Terminal Goblin Games is here, ready to back. There's the link again. Alright, we'll figure out how to find out who's number one.
What's up, Goblin Games? You're gonna bring all the boys out tonight, aren't you?
That's analytics.
What do they say? My milkshake? Is this your milkshake?
Critical
I
Dom
guess
says,
I have to,
"Give me-
I guess I have
give
to
me
go to a
that
backer report.
Critical Dom, I have to write the music first.
Yeah, I haven't messed
Number
around
one
with
was
it
Crafty Matt, first one in line.
Yeah, Crafty Man.
What an asshole.
Crafty Matt.
He's always number one. Every
Magnificent
time
figure.
I try to beat him, and he's always like just like there first. It's those sneaky car salesman fingers.
I interviewed Crafty on our YouTube channel. We talked about competitive gaming and how to not be a scrub. So
We don't want this crowd.
check out our YouTube. I've got playlists for some of our interviews with artists and creators, as well as all our trailers and behind the scenes stuff as well for our D&D stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, so I need to know who is top 3.
Top 3. Scrying Dutchman coming in.
I was 2.
Number 2, Scrying
Nice.
Dutchman.
Good.
Blackwatch. Number 3, Petrifax. Petrifax. I'm not sure
I like the name.
who
It's like
that
midnight
is.
for you, isn't it, Vic?
What, sorry?
It's like midnight for you, isn't it?
Oh, it's like 1 a.m., like 1:15 right now. Actually, I
You're a
ended up taking a nap because I woke up early.
I was in the middle of posting the live stream link to Twitter when I got bombarded. Let me go ahead and finish that. All right, there we go. There it is. Cool.
Who's this music, right? Cool.
I
It's a
recognize it.
synthwave. It's a synthwave soundtrack I found that's royalty free, so we won't get our
Yeah.
stuff taken down.
I've listened to this particular music so much that I thought it was like me, and I was like looking for the tab that my YouTube, like, what was it?
Synthwave. We just bought tickets to Time Cop. To see
Nice.
them in
Oh, nice.
March here in
What?
Atlanta.
Time Cop.
Time Cop
Yeah.
1983. Like a synthwave group.
Okay. I don't know them, which is, I don't know. I listen to synthwave constantly, but I don't know any of their names. Like I go to this, I love this one channel that plays 24/7. It's called Dark Synth, and they just play, song after song after song, and then they'll for their video, it's like old action movies from the 80s,
Yeah.
old kung fu movies from the 80s,
I listened to that one, yeah.
anime, and all this. Oh, dude, I love it. Get you going.
Yeah, if you got Time Cop,
A lot of writing to it.
Laserhawk, Tech Noir, like all those dudes.
Yeah, nice.
I want to say Gunship. That's like
Yeah,
that's my synth jam. Gunship. I collect.
Yeah.
synths. See my synthesizers back there.
We listening to a lot of this synth. It's called Witch House, I think, and it's like it's like it's like synth, but it sounds like synth, like what vampires would listen to in like a World of Darkness, like nightclub, like that kind of
Okay.
synth.
Yeah.
It's the good shit.
Yeah.
The stream is supposed to be in 1080p because I paid for StreamYard's advanced service, but apparently it's stuck me at 720. But that's okay. It's
I'm
usable.
naturally
No
pixelated
problem. You are. I don't know.
in person.
And I'm a dragon. Rawr.
Rarg.
Wow. They're also Dutch, gross. Imagine being
Where
Dutch.
does it say what number you are for backer?
Only I can see that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Someone named Petrifax was third. I think some of the watchers were fleshing out the top 5. Blackwatch Games came in
Oh, nice.
number 5. But I think Blackwatch Games was independent from That must be young. That must be Ginger Fraser, and young Steve Buscemi must have a different name on here.
Yeah. Crafty Matt says you could see it in the mobile app.
Nice.
For me, number 1 was Malachi. For my Kickstarter.
Well, I'm excited.
Me too.
Crafty was number 18 on mine. He didn't care enough about mine to be number 1.
So we're gonna go through the book at some point. Show some,
Yeah, I want to see some clips.
some stuff.
That fucking trailer is epic as shit, dude.
Let's go ahead and play the trailer.
I made that shit.
I'll end up playing it a second time,
Nice.
probably.
What did you use? Was that like AI or something?
No.
Fuck no.
No, that was
Well, I'm not trying to insult anybody. I
it was After Effects. Adobe After Effects.
okay.
And Premiere and
Because you got like shots, like in a bunker and all
Oh
sorts of stuff.
yeah, that stuff. Yeah, we got pre-recorded footage.
Yeah.
But it wasn't AI footage.
You went into the future, you recorded the dystopian future that it will be the world, and then you brought it back. I get it.
Yes. All right, I'm gonna play the trailer for people who haven't got it. 1 second.
Oh, I like that. You should play the Fallen Earth soundtrack. iTunes.
We don't have. It's not complete yet.
it's not finished yet.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm gonna stream this from Dropbox, so hopefully it won't be laggy.
Oh, I'm sure it will. It's fine.
All right, here we go. Trailer time.
The world ended in a sea of fire on September 1st, 1989. The bombs took out more of us than of them. There are survivors, crawling through the ruins, trapped by endless storms of smoke and ash. Now those things are coming back, just like they did before. But this time, we'll be waiting. This time, we can stop them.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
That's what's up.
It's looking real good.
That music was
Mega Drive.
Mega Drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of that was art from the books that you saw like in the second half. And the first half was, a lot of just stuff that we purchased. And we just kind of did all the effects and stuff in post. VHS damage and all that.
Hell yeah. That's
Nice.
cool.
And our First one we shot in my garage, our first trailer teaser.
Oh yeah. Do we want to see the first teaser trailer?
Yeah, that's
A
what
long
I'm
time
familiar
ago?
with.
Yeah, we went to a Army Navy surplus store, saw some of the weirdest people ever, and bought a bunch of props. And
Army Navy stores are great.
yeah,
Let's see. I've got our newest trailer saved under exports, but I am looking for the old one.
that should be on the it's on YouTube. Look at that.
YouTube, sometimes the sound doesn't come through. It's probably on my computer. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh wow! I guess I
Yeah,
don't-
this is it.
Oh,
All
sweet.
right. I'm going to present the teaser trailer, which is all live action because we had just started working on the book at that time. This section.
Oh, yeah.
We've been fighting a long time, and we're all very tired. There aren't many of us left still breathing. The monsters, they took us all. Every human is a target to them. We think that they were designed to wipe us out. By whom we have no idea. But there's not a damn thing we can find that can stop them. Get underground if you can. If you are listening to this recording, it means they finally broke through the interstate line. The army is long gone. Take whatever we left behind, but don't stay here when night falls. If you stay here, you die. I don't think we can win this war. The best we can do is survive one more day. And hope against hope that somebody out there, anyone, has our backs. Because right now, you're all we've got.
That was Greg doing the roar at the end.
Yeah.
By the way, what? I have a weird time warp / amnesia about that trailer. Because I swear that we recorded it last year.
That was this year. It was early.
But every single file I find
Mhm.
shows that we recorded it in March.
Mhm.
But that can't be possible because, like, I was really sick at that time. I wouldn't have been able to go to Frank's house in March at all. So I don't really, right? Like, I was like dying, literally dying.
Yeah, I remember us getting pretty drunk before we went to the Navy store. So
it was
it had to
either
have been
last
before you were
year,
sick.
but everything is in March, including when it was published on YouTube. Like, it's like a weird time warp happened. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Young Steve mentioned the JB Scotch. So that was my wife's grandfather's Scotch. And we still have it. And it's like, I don't know, 50 years old or something.
Yeah, I was spending the night at Frank's house during my alcohol days, and I found it, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's the only Scotch he has," and I drank like half of it, and it turns out it was from like 1962 or something. I'm like,
oh shit,
that's the good stuff.
It still tasted okay.
I bet.
That's
no idea.
That's what pushed you over the edge.
Yeah,
we had this like can hazer, you know, so like one of the things in camera and cinematography that you do to get that volumetric light, you spray like haze, and usually they're like hazing machines, but I bought this like cheap fucking like can haze off Amazon that I swear is probably like asbestos, like in a can. Like yeah
Oh, great.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was and it would dissipate, like we would have a good like 20 seconds to get the shot. you spray, fill the room, and you got 20 seconds before it all dissipates, and then you start choking on it.
Apparently, it's it's mineral oil. It's
is that what it is?
But it's just aerosol, so like thin that it like doesn't stick to anything. It just dissipates.
Just go to your lungs.
So that was one of the songs that's going to be on the soundtrack too, by the way. So.
Yeah,
nice.
Did that music?
Cool. I bought it.
Sweet.
Oh,
looking forward to it.
It was the trace. We were using the trace.
Tell us about the trace, Greg.
So in the book, let's see if I can present my screen. Now that I've got a million furry tabs pulled up open, I have to close all them.
What? Did you say furry? Oh shit.
Scaly.
Dragon man. Gosh.
Let me close it. T-shirted historian is saying something about my project. I don't know who he's talking to.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Let's get an update. Again,
more the merrier.
Oh, we're at $850.
Shit, look at you banging it out.
And up there.
Yeah.
Like I said, it went live as soon as the stream went live, so it's going to take a while for everybody to like find it and like get back to it. So
Are you kidding me? You're already 800. You're doing great.
Yeah, we're doing great.
Yeah.
I lost my stream of thought.
Franklin, I haven't talked with you before. What's your background? What do you do?
Like for a living, I'm a cinematographer in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, I shoot documentary stuff. Like travel all the time on the road, constantly shooting. But for the books and stuff, I do the layout. I brainstorm shit with Greg all the time.
Yeah.
I do all our graphic design, all our logos, all the types.
Do you guys game together?
Yeah, we went to high school together. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we met in debate class in
shit.
What was it, 1998, 99? Something like it.
Yeah. We were playing D&D a lot at Frank's house with Iries until I got sick, and like since then I've been able to go over a couple times, but not to play D&D, but hopefully that'll change soon.
In high school, Greg had a baseball cap with Spock on it, and it said Spock.
What a nerd.
I remember that. I had a shirt that said "A genius at work."
Yeah.
I was a nerd.
I am not surprised.
It was unironic.
Yeah. You're a hipster before it was hipster.
Frank does everything. He's the modern Da Vinci. He's the Renaissance man.
I think it would be better if I exported the book to a PDF to pull it up. So that's what I'm going to do. That'll take a minute.
We're so prepared. It's awesome.
Well, I have InDesign pulled up, but I don't really want to show InDesign.
No.
So that'll just slow everything down.
So we live in different cities, Greg and I. So we design all of our stuff on Google video chat, and I just share my screen, and we just we kind of work together. Late into the night, I'm usually like, Greg, I'm tired, I want to go to bed, and he's like, one more thing.
Yeah. He's jamming on some Mountain Dew. It's like, I ain't tired.
Yeah. He's he pushes me. Yeah, he doesn't accept mediocrity, and I'm always trying to push for mediocrity. Greg's he's yeah.
You're like, look, it's passable, it's fine.
Yeah, he's great to work with for damn sure.
Right on.
It doesn't like one of our fonts. It doesn't like.
Just show the InDesign. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Burn it down.
Oh well, it's already exporting now, so I can't.
Watch it all be like Comic Sans.
It'll be papyrus, like the Saturday Night Live skit. I know what you did.
That's hilarious.
Get some music that go on while we wait on that.
You gonna sing for us?
Oh no.
Kind of rap.
Oh, he's gonna rap. That would be epic, dude.
Need an 80s rap that explains the plot of our game.
What rhymes with kaiju?
What rhymes with kaiju? Let's see.
This music is so familiar that every time I'm like, wait, what tab is playing that? Like,
you're in Europe. That music just plays in the background everywhere.
yeah, exactly. I do want to set my next Cyberpunk game in like Europe. Nobody ever does European Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I
That'd
didn't
be cool.
include Europe because I don't know. It's respectful. I don't know anything about Europe.
I mean, it's gonna be Arabia soon, right? Just kidding.
I
Just
do
kidding.
No, that's the basic expert.
I do know that they have windmills.
The basic expert is working on a Byzantinian RPG set in the fall of Constantinople, and it's going to be historically accurate.
That's brutal, dude. That's badass.
Yeah, that's going to be a
Man.
good book. And Victor is
You know how
working on God knows what.
You know, I wonder how big it's gonna land with like the Orthodox scene.
Oh, he's got Orthodox stuff all throughout the book.
Yeah, Byzantine fucking RPG. That's huge. That's great.
I forget what it's called. Victor, do you remember what it's called?
I think he was gonna call it the Eagle and the Crescent.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Yeah, I heard there's like 5. I don't know. There's a couple million new converts to Orthodox in the last few years. So that's a huge market. Go for it.
Yeah. But yeah, I have like 5 projects going at any one time. So
Yeah, I'm always seeing your stuff on Twitter.
yeah, I need to finish my Kickstarter stretch goals, which I'm never doing stretch goals again.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. And then yeah, next year I want to do like a white box based like urban fantasy thing, and then I'm also doing a white box based like game based on the old Arcanum RPG.
Yeah.
Arcanum, however you pronounce it.
What stretch goals do you have?
So I did single action, which is like the Weird West stuff. So it's Weird West classes like weapons, monsters, and like stuff like that. Then the next one after that is Cutting Edge, which is like Cyberpunk for modern necessities. So, you know, same thing, Cyberpunk classes. I've got like, you know, Street Samurai and like all that junk. And then the last one is an adventure called Bunker in the Badlands, which is in my like weird like magical post-apocalypse setting. So it's like keep on the Borderlands, like, you know, that classic D&D adventure, but kind of my take on it. So
yeah, Cyberpunk or something. That's cool.
What's like so the world is basically what if like a fantasy realm like violently meshed with ours. So it's kind of like Rifts, it's kind of like Shadowrun, that kind of stuff. But basically, just like it messed everything up. Like all of a sudden, like a second moon appeared in the sky and then like collided with ours and like broke apart, and like yeah, all sorts of stuff happened. And you know, all
gnarly.
It's
awesome.
Can that shit just happen to us for real now? I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Yeah, all elf chicks.
So when does Thundar the Barbarian show up? Is he in there?
Yeah.
Isn't that what happened with him?
Well, I've got stuff like so like a dwarven clan shows up and they you know, they just ran towards the nearest mountain, which happened to be the Alps. So they're in the Alps and they find like old like hidden like Nazi bunkers, because there's like an actual in real life there's like conspiracy theories that they never found every bunker that's out there.
Oh,
so you know now you've got like dwarves running around with like Mauser rifles and stuff like that. So
yeah.
Gnarly.
Wait till they get to Antarctica. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Argentina.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. That's fun.
It's just my crazy just kind of, I like that kind of like isekai type stuff, so it's kind of my take on it.
So we've got some like apocalyptic factions and some like cyberpunky factions in our club. And I've been kind of thinking about he's gonna pull it. I've been thinking about like where to go with this in the future. And I fucking love Terminator, right?
Yeah.
So maybe Titans Part 2 will have some kind of Terminator type species that are.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Oh, like you mean like robots?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
That makes
yeah.
sense once you see our factions and stuff.
Hunter killers. Should be like what humans created them, or maybe like an AI created them.
We don't know yet.
It has to be AI.
Yeah.
Now, my thought was that so there's an AI like an alien called Mother, and that kind of helps the pilots with, control the giant mechs.
Yeah.
And I was thinking it would be cool if like AI went insane and like turned the giant mechs on humanity, and it was like the Sentinels from X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
To, like fight, they were weird and like distorted and stuff, and you had to fight them.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Badass.
We've got to call the robot Mother, but named after
Mother Brain.
Yeah.
the Danzig song.
Mother. I love it.
Anyone remember Captain N with Mother Brain?
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Captain
It's like a
N.
gospel singer or something.
Captain N. I haven't thought about Captain N in
Fuck yeah.
40 years.
Nice. Yeah, nice callback.
Yeah, well, we're all around the same age, I reckon. So
Well, the
Was
You know what
not
I
a
haven't
fan.
had in a while? Big League Chew.
Right? Dude, well, I mean, the flavoring lasted about 2 minutes, but it was fun to have. You're like, look, I got tobacco. Remember candy cigarettes?
Oh yeah.
yeah. I used to get those for Christmas and stuff.
What's the modern equivalent of that? Like candy, fentanyl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
candy crack.
cocaine. It's just straight cocaine now.
Yeah,
Will there be a
Titans of Fallen Earth.
Tidians? What is Tidian?
that's the other
Got me a
race.
tit.
Titans.
That is the race of like hot alien babes, the Titians.
Yeah, they got 3 boobs.
Yeah,
Led by Hootie McBoob.
yeah.
My stream has
Blowfish?
not been discovered by drama farmers yet. Where are they?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Who's drama farmers?
Send the flags out.
I'm out of the loop. I'm never on the internet.
Too much drama. Ugh.
Good for you. It's everywhere.
Where's the
You
basic
can't fucking
expert?
fart without
Yeah.
it turning
Yeah,
into
where's that
drama.
drama monger, the basic expert who starts all that drama, even though he had no idea what was going on?
The guy's a prick.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
Crossface is out like wrestling sweaty men.
Yeah, like usual.
I
He
mean,
does.
No, Crossface is a champ. He just doesn't
That's-
stream very often anymore.
Is it the champ at wrestling sweaty men?
I want to see Crossface get in a fight with Rank. They're two
Look.
different fighting styles. It wouldn't really work though.
what is homoerotic about wrestling a sweaty man? I don't know.
Nothing. It's fine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There's nothing gay about two dudes grabbing each other on the ground.
Rolling around on a mat.
Yeah, it's fine.
When it's a bet, though, that's a different matter.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that Crossface. I haven't seen him on YouTube a whole bunch, but
Well, I haven't been
it
streaming,
myself.
and I was the one that was hosting like one shots that we did together.
yeah, one shots was awesome.
But we've both been kind of busy, and I basically kind of took a break from streaming after all the drama last year. So
Dude, I just finished my tour, my promo tour for my comic, and holy shit! Like I must have done 40 or 50 shows in 2 months.
yeah,
I'm done.
yeah, I don't blame you.
Sucks.
Yeah, for a while
But-
I was everywhere, but yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, you were on like every stream, were you?
yeah, basically. Well, people kept inviting me, so
Why not?
We still
All right,
exporting?
let's. In about 10 minutes, let's check on the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Okay, we're over 900.
yeah.
Oh,
almost a fifth
shit.
Way already.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Let me check out the backers again. See what we got here.
Is that book still going? Exporting?
On the first night of my campaign, I got $1,200 in
Yeah.
I think it's 12 hours or something like that. Like I woke up in the morning and it was like
Nice.
1,200. So you're very much on that track. I'm sure you'll get even more than that. Like you just started less than an hour ago. So
Yeah.
for you.
I managed to fund my last Kickstarter in 24, like almost exactly 24 hours. I think it was like a couple of minutes before 24 hours ended.
Fuck
And
yeah.
it was like 4,000 euros. So,
Whew.
Yeah. So we have.
Just
We don't have any.
surprised anyone ever wants to buy our shit. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's always surprising to me. People give us money for stuff we make. I love it.
I mean,
Well
it is
done, that
quality.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's someone who's like, I've seen a lot of indie kind of work, and yeah, your guys' stuff is definitely quality.
yeah.
Well, thank you.
I'm always jealous of you guys' layouts and stuff. So, yeah.
It is not easy.
No.
We chew on every page for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Well, I usually do my own layout. I do have somebody who helps me, but usually I do like the basic like layout, and she improves it and whatever. But for like my smaller projects, I do all my own layout, and it's definitely pretty hard. I'm getting better at it though. So
Yeah,
But I appreciate- I
I'm going to be
appreciate-
attempting my first one with my next campaign. I'm hoping to have my source book ready to go. I'm going to do the layouts, edit art, and all that other shit. And I don't know. I'm nervous because I haven't done it. It's something brand new. So
Yeah.
Well, we pushed hard on this one. Each chapter has its own look. Its own.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
Let's,
so
let's
theme.
take a look at it.
Oh shit!
Let's get it pulled up.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Let's see. Do I have the correct layout? No, I don't have the correct layout to do that.
I swear to God, Craig. I swear to God.
I mean, we're only live. It's fine.
Yeah.
I have to show cover page. All right, there we go. All right, let me close 3 or 4 more of my furry tabs.
Constant worry.
close E621. Wait, no, actually, don't go there. Also, don't ask me how I know about that.
Don't click on it.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't either, actually.
It's like Rule 34, like those kinds of sites. It's that, but for furries.
Ugh.
Oh no.
I wish you had let me share the stream out. I'd put it on my channel and my Twitter as well.
Oh, was there an option for that?
I don't know if you have that function or not.
Yeah, that's like a multi-stream like.
I
Option,
didn't even notice.
I never know how you set that up. They might say at the top somewhere like multi-stream.
I think it helps. It gets the word. It's one more avenue that people can find it.
All right, closing in design and pulling up our book. Frank will have to figure out with me why that font doesn't work. Okay.
Font? Which one?
I still want lawyers to tell us what a Tidian is. I'm interested.
Doesn't like. I think we have 2 versions of Gotham, and there might be a couple of sentences using the wrong version of Gotham by accident. in
Gotham
there.
is the most basic bitch font in the world. It's
Yeah,
like
but we have a dozen versions of it. Somehow, I don't know how. I'll
just
figure
pull
it out.
Amazon, and there's a show that.
I'll figure it out later. No, I got it.
I just use Affinity Publisher. I only have to
Nice.
pay it once. That's mostly what stops me from getting InDesign. I don't like that paying per month stuff. Just let me pay I don't care if it's like $400. Like let me pay for it once and I'll gladly use it. But that monthly shit, no.
Yeah, I use it for my job, the whole
Yeah.
Daily Suite, and my wife does too. And
Yeah.
we pay for 2 whole seats.
hmm
Oh shit! Here we go.
All right. So this is kind of a early-ish PDF. I've sent this
Nice.
to a lot of streamers.
Yeah.
And people who have kind of looked at it, but there's a little bit more in this version. So here's what we got. Can you guys see everything okay?
Yeah.
Ignore the table of contents. We're still working on that.
Table of contents is functional, but it doesn't look very good. I don't
Yeah,
It's a
think.
bit too compressed.
Yeah,
we got a lot to do on that.
Yeah.
yeah, we have a lot to
And
do on that.
contrasted.
Yeah, ignore the table of contents.
It's just I made it functional in case somebody wanted to click on something.
Yeah.
Go straight to it. All right. So, what is, for the people who are just now tuning in, what is Titans of Fallen Earth? It is a kaiju versus mecha. Kaiju meaning giant monsters, Japanese term, like Godzilla, versus mecha, giant robot term. And everyone watching this is a nerd, so you already know all that.
Yeah.
So, like, this is our take on that for the tabletop RPG and war game. And the reason I wanted to make it is because there aren't any good games out there with, like, both. There's a ton of good mech games and some okay kaiju games, but nothing with, like, both. And ours is like a retro, alternate 1980s, like, futurism. So the whole thing is like a throwback to, like, classic stuff from the 80s. There's our cool layout. Welcome to the new world. Describe what you're going to be doing in the game. People love this artwork.
There's a term for that, isn't it? It's like cassette futurist or something like that.
Yeah. It's not quite cassette futurist because that's way too purple. But, like,
oh, okay.
It's still kind of similar.
I thought that just referenced like 80s tech, only future.
It does, but, like, for some reason, like, retro, like, cyberpunk and, like, retro wave has become all purple, hasn't it, Frank? I don't really understand why.
When you say purple, like, yeah, like neon, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, our story actually takes place in the 80s as well.
Yeah.
So this is a D6 space system. I have a lot of D6 with me right here. I always keep them on my person. It helps to tie my dice bag to my belt. Oh, yeah.
It's your pouch.
Hold on.
Nice pouch.
Oh, Daddy needs a new sword of wounding. Critical.
My son blows on his dice all the time now. Like, that's his new thing.
Yeah.
And he'll roll it.
I went with D6 because I thought it would be fun to roll lots and lots of dice in a giant monster kaiju mecha game.
Dude, that's a great idea. Yes.
So, I mean, you can be rolling from 2d6 up to 20d6, 40d6, 50d6, and I actually did notice that a lot of people bought our add-ons. So we have 2 add-ons. We have a bag of D6s that I will mail you. Like, literally a velvet bag with like 25 D6s in it for a cheap price.
If it's not a Crown Royal bag, forget it. I don't want it. No. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. It's similar to a Crown Royal.
Apple Crown is the green bag. I like that.
I have the black one. I have the Crown Royal Black.
Ooh.
That's fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then our other add-on is digital, high-quality FLAC and MP3 of the soundtrack. But you don't want that. You want to get the CD, because the CD is limited.
Oh, shit.
No, you can get the digital. I don't care.
Well, I just bought the digital stuff. I should have went for some of the hard stuff.
Oh, that's fine. That's cool. I'm just kind of saying, like, the CD.
Yeah. Well, I can put it in my car, you know.
Yeah. We start out with like a 6-page comic. So you can see the vibe and the feel of the game. So, and this comic book artist is fucking awesome. I don't know what his deal is, but he did all this. So Frank did the lettering and the layout and some of the layout and stuff. But
nice. Who's your artist?
What's that?
Who's your artist?
His name is The Good and Neo Crane. His real name is Hugo. And can't remember if he's done stuff for us before.
I think this is his first project with us, yeah.
Yeah, but he works with Ross Radke a lot and Andre Diaz, and they're kind of like friends. That's how I found out about him.
Okay.
Ross Radke is our cover artist, and he's done a lot of stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Andre Diaz does all our monsters all the time for every book. But anyway, you can see, so we've got our Sarah Connor character who narrated the trailer. The cities have been destroyed all over the earth. There's hardly any survivors left. this is basically what's left of America. Underground bunkers where people live, like in Terminator, and like everyone's wounded and like dying, and there's no food. But it's still kind of like high tech because they've gotten.
I lived in the ghetto. I get it.
Because it's run by the remnants of the military, and so the military has all the technology and the resources, and the people are just like left as like refugees, basically.
Yeah.
Patty's Parlor says, "Hey, dudes."
Patty's Parlor.
Getting set up right now.
Eddie's in there.
Is he in the background?
He says he's good to go.
He wants to jump on the stream.
I think so.
Oh, check the bottom of StreamYard if he's in the background.
Let me stop sharing for a second.
We all started jamming out.
No, it's not in there. It's not in there.
What a cheater.
But he's ready. He's
Fucking
getting
liar.
set up. I sent the StreamYard link on Gilda, didn't I?
Yeah, I think so. Did you actually you did it in the admin channel? I don't know if you did it publicly.
I did it on Gripes. No, I sent the link to just the stream, but not the StreamYard. So let me go ahead and get that over to Patty. Invite. I said invite. God, how do I invite somebody?
He couldn't find the link. I remember my
invite.
first time.
Here's the invite button. All right, here we go. Oh, here's the option. Guests can stream this to their own destination.
Yeah.
I think it might be too late for me to click that. I'm not going to mess with
I
it.
don't know.
I don't know. Try it.
It could kill the whole thing. I don't want to. All right, let me send this to Patty. Patty, I'm private messaging you on Gilded.
Yeah. Don't break it if it works.
StreamYard. Might as well throw it in chat. I mean, if you want to join. I only have 10 slots, but that's more than enough.
Yeah. So do you guys ever game together?
Lately, it's been hard to. But yeah, we were Irie's books that was our setting. That was our world.
Yeah.
That we developed over a bajillion years.
There's Patty. Okay. What's going on, Patty?
What is up, the world?
Looking particularly Irish right now with his little wake up.
What is up, the world?
Uh-oh.
It sounds okay.
All right, I'm in. Hacker Man, I'm in.
Hacker Man.
There we go. And look, I got set up here. So I have the motherfucking mech and kaiju.
Oh shit!
Boom.
Nice.
So I'm actually going to be playing some Titans of Fallen Earth right here, right now. I got a little statue.
Oh.
I got a little Eiffel Tower here.
Yeah, let's stomp on the punch.
I got a fucking
Shit.
like some sort of guard tower post that's not quite done painted. That's fucking cool.
Those are some big mechs if they're as taller than the Eiffel Tower.
And then I got some little tanks.
Oh shit!
I have a size comparison chart in the book that compares it to the Statue of Liberty. I don't know if statue is higher than the Eiffel Tower or not.
I think it's
We've got an ice cream kaiju. You want to fight some ice cream?
Where's the pizza kaiju?
I didn't get that far. So these minis are from Monster Apocalypse 2nd edition.
Oh,
and
okay.
I'm really glad that you're making this game and that you said that it'll facilitate miniatures combat because Monster Apocalypse 2nd edition was one of the casualties from Mythic Games. Crafty and I were talking about that in the Gilded the other day. Mythic Games is that company that basically just shit out on a lot of people for like thousands of dollars worth of Kickstarters.
Oh,
Oh, somebody was mentioning that on Twitter, and they were pissed, and they were like, "Damn it! Why did you have to launch this after I got screwed by Mythic Games?" And I was like, "What are you talking about? Who's Mythic Games?" And
So I have all these minis that basically no longer have a supported game to play with until now.
Yeah.
Fucking, I love this guy. He's got a giant chainsaw sword, and he's got like an aircraft carrier for a shield.
Oh, that's dope.
That's badass.
And I've got a shit ton of D6s. Unfortunately, these aren't the ones that Greg is going to send you, but I have some D6s ready to play. I got a fucking cup full of D6s.
Is that the ice cream kaiju?
It is. It's Neapolitan ice cream. So, in Monster Apocalypse, he was kind of special because he was supposed to be like toxic ooze, but I painted him up like ice cream, and then he splits down, and then even fucking cooler. I got cookies and cream, double strawberry fun time.
My daughter would love cookies and cream.
That's really bizarre, to be honest.
Malicious mint
Have you met Patty?
and horrific huckleberry.
So did that company make like miniatures before launching that Kickstarter, or what was the deal with them?
So, Privateer Press were the guys that did War Machine and Hordes, and then they had a couple of other games like Riot Quest, Monster Apocalypse, Level 7, and Vic probably would be a huge fan of Level 7. It was like modern day Black Ops versus like Aliens type stuff. And so anyway, they made a couple of poor financial decisions, two of them being trusting Mythic Games to do Kickstarters for two of their IPs, one of them being the Riot Quest board game. So basically, what they took an established game, said, hey, we can make this cheaper and more palatable to board gamers rather than like war gamers.
Yeah.
And so Privateer Press was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Plus it'll make the fans happy because they'll get new stuff. Meanwhile, we can focus on our like flagship games, War Machine and Warcaster. Well, they didn't do their research on Mythic Games, and this was like perfectly at the right time that Mythic Games was really making some mistakes and basically being just every one of their products being a loss leader. So anyway, Mythic was like, yeah, we'll produce Monster Apocalypse, the board game, give everybody minis, and we'll launch some new ones. Privateer Press said, shit, yeah, bro, let's send it. And then it bit them in the ass. And now the recent news was Mythic is liquidating everything that they've got. They're going out of business, which is, it's good news and bad news, because basically everybody that had backed one of their projects isn't going to get it. And it effectively killed anything Monster Apocalypse related. So we likely will not be getting any new releases. And this game, it was fantastic. It's a really good game. It's one of my wife's favorite games because my wife loves kaiju.
Nice.
Titans of Fallen Earth.
That's right.
It's a little bit less ice cream centric.
Yeah. Show some of our factions.
Well, before I get into the factions and stuff, Patty brought out all his stuff and he's got a battle board. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up
Hey, Greg, go ahead.
No, I didn't die. I'm pulling up our PDFs. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to pull up the character sheet that I was filling out for Patty. And we're going to figure out the rules and talk about how to play the game. All right. So I've already assigned Patty his mech, which is strangely similar to the one that you have there. Like if you look and compare.
Yeah, awfully similar.
Looks very close, yeah.
Yeah, well, so that's weird. I don't get super that, but it's probably a common design.
Yeah.
So since we're gonna go straight into a combat round, so we don't need to know about your age, sex. Yes, please.
Often.
All right. So who's the bad guy? Who's the alien we're facing off against? Let's choose one of these
I
guys.
haven't chosen yet. Oh, choose a miniature. It's let's choose that guy on the right. He's a creeper.
Going for the one that looks like he's from Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also have some apartment buildings I can get out too.
Nice. We might need those. All right, where are we at?
See
I've got the
Victor's house.
stats for Wonker ISO here. They're Zone Buster mech for our faction, which is called Gridcom, which is the one that's based in Japan. So we've got some stats here. And we're going to continue working on the character sheet, and I'll tell you about what's going on here. So, the pilot is distinct from the Titan. Okay. But his skills carry over to the Titan, and they give you bonuses. So, let's give him light melee. If I can type. Light melee. Heavy melee.
I thought you said blackmailing. I'm like, what's that to do with mecha?
Oh no, I had one.
Electrical engineering. You can repair your mech during combat just a little bit.
Electrical.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
It's a little bit laggy.
Electric eel.
First aid. Xenobiology.
Yeah, I've even got these little alien Earth Knights or whatever. So if we need like smaller enemies, we have some of those represented.
What about fabrication engineer?
You got everything.
We got a lot of skills in the game.
Something to repair the structure, you know.
Uh-oh, there's a double field here. I'll have to go in and delete that later. All right, so Wonker ISO has 3 finesse, 5 resolve, and 2 tricks. And these are our core attributes. 3, 5, 2, and it doesn't have any intuition because it is a robot without a computer. So what you're looking at here are the dice pools that essentially this is the dice pool section of the game, basically, are the 4 attributes. You can spend these to accomplish various things in the game. So I'll just do X's for them. That way you can delete them and know how much you've spent. And as you spend them, I can explain them to you.
Okay.
So if you're looking at your grid board right now,
Yeah.
a number of squares corresponds to the range that you can move. As a pilot on the ground, that's only going to be 1 because there are other Titans in the vicinity. But your Titan moves 4 on the ground, has jetpacks that can allow you to move 8 squares in the air. And these are really simple to understand. The level of skills is just how many D6s you get to roll for that skill.
Yeah. What's the target number 4?
I just usually it's 7, so we're going with that average of 2d6. And this is all made up stuff. I mean, the stats are right here. Okay, so we have a special power. You can self-destruct You deal 10d6 fire damage. That's also concussive damage with a 20 range. So you don't want to self-destruct, but you can if you have to.
Can't let the enemy get their hands on our technology.
That's
That
right.
is the plot. That is the plot.
Hey, speaking of which, what is this? What are the mechs powered by?
Diesel.
Some of them are diesel powered.
Oh,
some
hell yeah.
of them are nuclear powered. Some of them have alien technology, and all that can be upgraded through experience points and money. So I give it more capabilities.
Yeah.
But everything in this game is powered by the Trace, which is a special kind of energy source that the aliens brought to Earth, and it's what gives all the Titans their power, and and the Kaiju makes the Kaiju able to do what they can do as well. So everything without the Trace, humans cannot damage the Kaiju. So if you're familiar with Neon Genesis Evangelion, it's kind of like the absolute terror field. Like guns and bombs can't penetrate through that without one of these guys. 20 range. 3 AoE. So with the self-destruct, you send your guy off in a straight line for 20 squares. He blows up when he gets to the target in a 3 AoE radius, which is pretty huge. Now, we don't mark things in yards or feet or anything like that, but you can probably assume that 1 square is about 10 yards in the game.
If it helps, these squares here are about 3 inches wide. So, are we counting these as 3 squares across?
No, since they're already laid out, we can count that as 1 range. Just to keep it simple. Okay, so how do we deal damage here? Your mech, your Titan, is broken up into sections, like in BattleTech. You have a damage rating, or defense rating, and hit points. So it's similar to a Palladium system, where you have to overcome the defense rating with your weapon in order to deal hit point damage. And every time you do overcome the defense rating, it damages the armor by 1. So
Greg, we have a question from
progressively
Square
easier.
Peg. They said, how many pages are in the book?
It's going to be about 210 pages.
Nice.
Square Peg makes games. Yep, 210 pages. All right, so are you with me here on defense rating and hit points?
Yeah.
So far? So the hit points are basically the core skeleton of the Titan. If your hit points reach 0, that part is destroyed. If your torso reaches 0, the whole Titan is destroyed. Same for your cockpit, because destroying the cockpit reveals the pilot beneath it. And then you go to crappy pilot town, where you can easily die unless you eject.
Get just ripped out of your suit in a simple pop of
pilots have 0 defense rating and 6 hit points, whereas the Titan has 40 hit points and 12 defense rating, just by comparison.
You really did write yes, please, for sex. I just saw that.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
But not like Vor, because I'm not into that.
Yeah. I'm still good at it.
You know,
No damage resistances or weaknesses. These would normally tell you which type of damage, like fire or concussive, you were strong or weak against. Meaning, if you were... Oh, there's another double field. I'll have to delete that. It's a work in progress, people. All right, so a damage resistance means that all rolls are reduced to 1 and can never be critical hits.
Oh.
So it's an extreme disadvantage for the other person to have a damage resistance. Whereas a weakness is the exact opposite. All rolls are a 6, and each roll is a critical hit. So it's a massive amount of damage you can deal in that case.
Okay, what's the most dice you can roll for, like, say, the ultimate attack or something? How many dice am I rolling? 40? 30?
Why is it doing this to me? All right, let's scroll down and find out. Let's see what kind of weapons I've got here.
Yay, charts.
Yeah.
The charts need more work, but we've got some stuff here. The Omega Beam here is a 25d6.
Damn.
It's actually stronger than the Tac Nuke, which is 20d6. But the Tac Nuke has a massive radius, so everything caught in the blast radius takes that, where this is just like a laser. Just like a straight beam. Heavy
Line
range
attack.
attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
So to summarize,
so many d6, yeah. The whole idea is it's super fun to roll a shit ton of dice at once.
Yeah.
It is.
And I'm gonna have all the fun on the stream today.
Yeah, he's been begging me. He's been begging me to try it out. All right,
Yeah,
so
I don't think there's like a day or two that goes by where I'm like, playtest win.
Titan attributes. Just to summarize, we've got our hit points and our defense rating. We have 4 attributes. Let's go over what they do. Here's all our skills. Oh, so let's talk before we go over there. What type of character do you want to be? So we have classes. So basically, you can be a berserker, which is kind of like a heavy brawler. Bounty hunter has a lot of stuff for like non-combat. You don't want that. Fighter ace. Your pilot can never die as long as your Titan is somewhat intact. You'll always escape.
Let's do a fighter ace just to get going.
Okay. We'll go over some of these attributes because they're kind of important.
Okay.
Finesse is your physical dexterity, agility, and reaction time, and your ability to harness adrenaline for an advantage in combat. It also encompasses precision and careful decision-making when taking action. So you can spend points from the dice pool to do 3 things. You can evade. So every point you spend here reduces your opponent's attack by 1d6.
Oh.
You can move further. So every 1 point you spend adds 2 range to the movement. Or you can add 1d6 to certain skills like light melee, piloting, things like that. Resolve lets you counterattack in melee. You can spend 1 point of resolve to counter with a single melee attack of your own that uses the weapon you're currently carrying. Again, gives you bonuses for skills, and you can spend it to increase the duration of momentum, which is a special condition that you gain when you deal melee damage. We'll cover that during combat. Intuition, not relevant for you because your Titan does not have any intuition score, but this is like your scientist stuff. And the trace. Some weapons use the trace. It's basically like fuel. So it's not really... It doesn't do anything, but if you run out of fuel, you can't use whatever weapon or power that uses the trace. Back to the character sheet. Background, fighter ace. You've chosen fighter ace, so let's figure out what his special powers are. You can pilot any mechanical Titan as if you were proficient in it.
Nice.
Regardless of actual skill level. So any Titan you can get in. It doesn't have to be this one.
I'm gonna GTA rip people out of their mechs.
Yeah, beat up hookers.
You can spend 2 points of intuition as 1 point to determine a damage weakness. So you can, because your pilot has intuition, you can do that. And then the thing, of course, where you can always escape unscathed, which is nice. So let's outfit you with some weapons.
I'll be right back.
Just put this here. Pilot. Anything. I'm going to make you a level 3 fighter pilot.
Nice. I've seen some shit, guys. I've been in it. You wouldn't know it.
Like, things you wouldn't believe.
Right. I've been inside of monsters. You ever catch a monster STD? Do you know what type of antibiotics you gotta take for that?
No, space herpes.
Space herpes. Hypergosiphilades.
All right, so now we're able to flesh out your weapons.
Space Valtrex.
Can you guys hear me okay? Is my mic gain all right? Or am I too
far? Yeah, your mic is fine.
Lovely.
You have a plasma knife and an inner... Oh, wait, no, that's that guy. Hold on. This guy has an oscillating knife.
Ooh.
And so that deals 2d6 light melee. So your level is 2 for light melee. So your total roll would be 4d6 for the oscillating knife. Light melee. Finesse. Damage type lacerating.
Restroom break. I'll be right back.
Range 1, it's a melee weapon. Unlimited ammunition. Alright, what else we got? Thunder fists.
Yeah.
Basically, you can electrify your fist to deal a massive amount of like pummeling damage. So that deals 2 damage types. Heavy melee. Resolve. Damage type plus 4d6. But that one requires 1 trace to use, and you have 2 trace.
Okay, so I got to spend that. How do you get trace? Can you get trace mid battle?
You cannot. So you have to be strategic about it if you don't have very much. It's like your special weapon type of stuff.
Yeah, it's my spirit bomb.
Oh, I deleted my thing. All right, lacerating. Oh, I've got a double field there. I'll need to fix that. That's okay. So it's more important to know that it deals 2d6. Concussive, energy. 46. Any other weapons for him? I tried to keep the early ones fairly simple. Yeah, you've got 2 major weapons, and then you have regular melee attacks. So I think that about wraps it up. You have a sonar radar.
Bloop, bloop.
Lets you determine the location of an enemy, even if they are hidden. File save. All right, I'm going to find a way to send this to you, Patty.
You should be able to drop it as a file in Gilded Messenger. That's how I've been sending people.
Yeah, I should be able to. Sorry to bore you guys with some rules summary stuff here, but we're about to do some playtesting.
Yes!
It's uploading. All right, there it is.
Download. Done.
Cool. quick bathroom break, and then we can engage in combat if you wish.
Oh, yes. I'm hoping vorpal combat.
Oh shit!
What's up, bitches?
What's
I might have to go here soon,
Later.
but you're almost at 1,000 now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you mean you
Let's
gotta
go
go?
ahead and get caught up on the chat. We've got Square Peg Makes Games. Is there a Discord for Titans of Fallen Earth? I have a Discord. Well, it's not super active, but I talk about it all the time on Twitter. As we get closer to launch and I release the PDF to the backers, I'll definitely have a dedicated Discord or a server or something for playtesting and groups and things like that. Buckets of D6. Like in 40K. You can get a lot of D6. It can scale up there, but the highest you're gonna likely see most of the time is probably like a 30 or 40. To get like 80 D6, 100 D6, we're talking like apocalyptic levels of kaiju insanity.
Power gaming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've got.
A Neapolitan ice cream kaiju, essentially.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. How do I min-max it and break the game? How do I do that? I'm just kidding.
You make a
It's
kaiju
possible.
that can split in two, and then you get double the action.
Yeah.
Company. That's what
Yeah.
I get. Okay.
It's a Titan cyborg mech. How about that?
No, it's a Titan made of nanobots, and they can each split down.
The thing about quote unquote breaking the game and like min-maxing is that you can do it, but to do it you're really going to be focusing on like one weapon or one damage type to like really pump that up.
Yeah.
And if you enter combat against a kaiju and they are resistant to that damage type, you're screwed. You've blown your load. So it's a risk. Right. It's a risk to try and min max, but it can be done. All right, I'm gonna.
I've got a player or two that like to min max or like lean really heavy into certain trees and shit. But it's like you're so invested in one side. I'm gonna fuck you up with the other side. You know, the whole opposite. All the stuff that you mend, I'm gonna purposely pick on that. You know, just to make it tough.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
After these messages.
I heard you like to play Castlevania. No.
Yes.
How does he know that?
I like your battle board there.
Yeah.
Thanks. This is this instead of using like a 1-inch square grid, this is what I've been using since I started playing a game called Dead Zone.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. I just usually break everything down into unit, like whatever it is, I divide it by 3, and that's the new unit. So if someone can move, what is it, like 6 spaces, then they can move 2 squares, or if a range has 12 spaces on it, then they can shoot 4 across. And I know it creates like a smaller battlefield, but I usually play skirmish games, and I write skirmish games. So
cool.
This board I actually used. Well, I don't want to shill on somebody else's stream. Don't. This is for Titans now. We're Titans.
That's all right. He walked away.
That's right. That's right. Back Titans of Fallen Earth. $10 gets you in on the digital tier. Can't beat that.
That's actually what I got. I got the digital for that, and I got the soundtrack digital as well.
I got digital and hardcover, I believe. Just to be nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
So better revive. Better revive here in
Europe.
Europe.
On the launch, guys. Congrats. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Seeing Greg talk about it and being excited got me excited for it. And like I said, you guys should really look and try to find the Monster Apocalypse fans and tell them that their minis have a new game that they could play.
Yes.
And a lot of people that are extremely excited about that.
What a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great idea.
There's a Monster Apocalypse fan page on Facebook that I used to troll around in.
Mm-hmm. We've been putting some thought into, just like printed, minis that have like the plastic casing around them.
Yeah.
You see those? Yeah.
Like you mean like the flat acrylic?
Yeah,
minis?
like 2D. Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. As a matter of fact, we went down in town to do some errands, and we stopped on the game store on the way up, and we spent way longer in there. Part of the reason why I'm late, but they have those flat acrylic ones, and they're super nice because you can put them into a binder and like a trapper keeper, and take them anywhere, and they don't get beat up, and the print is underneath like a sheet of acrylic, so you can't really scratch the print that's on them either. So I think at that point it's just about finding an artist to make them, and then a manufacturer to print and ship. If you can still take that.
One of the cool things about this book, like most of our art, we were lucky enough to get it done by one person, so that it's consistent throughout, like has a consistent look from beginning to end. I would love to get that. This LaFleur Zone, that's the artist, to get LaFleur Zone to do these minis if we decide to go that route.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it would be. Yeah, it would be super easy just to translate them over. I think the only one that you'd have hard time is that flying manta ray. he'll be an odd one to make a flat mini out of.
Like flying to just make like special ones that are just massive, you know?
Oh yeah. No, I think it's cool because I think it's the perfect spot. Like, you know, I wonder how many more minis I would have, or how more often they'd get used if I was able to organize them better.
Mm-hmm.
And so even like really nice cardstock minis could be really cool. I mean, because you could upload those to TTRPG or whatever, and sell the files as like foldable paper minis. And I think people will eat that up, just so that way they can get them on the board.
Yeah. There's something badass about just holding one of the the 3D like minis like that.
I printed this guy from One Page Rules.
Oh, that's
and I'm
dope.
like, dude, this would be like a really cool like super class Titan in comparison to like this guy here.
That's very cool. When we first came up with the idea for this, we were actually working a game convention here in Atlanta, Southern Fried Gaming Expo, and there was BattleTech stuff all around this, and we ended up, kind of taking BattleTech minis to simulate our game that we were trying to do right then and there, and it just helped us kind of visualize where we want to go with miniatures. But I think doing the cardboard ones, or not cardboard, but the printed ones with the acrylic around them, that it sounds cost effective, and you could really customize the art.
We actually have 3 of those ready to go in terms of artwork, and I was going to set it as a stretch goal, but I was worried about fulfilling that properly. So probably we're going to make that available on our web store after all is said and done.
Yeah, we just got more research to do.
Yeah, and I have one of your guys' STLs from the Chronicles of Iries. It's been on my list of things to print. It's starting to get cold in here, so, and I'm not super great with my right hand right now, and plucking those miniatures off of the build plate takes a little bit more dexterity than you'd think it would. So eventually I'll be able to get that printed and painted, because I really like the idea of Chronicles of Iries, and you should do you ever run games of that online or in the Guilded or such?
No, but I could.
You should.
I want in on that.
We should. We're working on our next big project is Advanced Chronicles of Iries 2nd edition.
I want to see some of that legendary Greg realm weaving.
Oh, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
All right, Maestro.
You ready?
I gotta go. Good luck, dudes. I bet you guys will
Victor's
do well.
dying.
Good seeing you, Vic.
Well, it's like almost 3 a.m. here, so
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for coming by.
Needs my attention. Yeah, no worries, man. I think you guys will do well. I'm looking forward to my hardcover. So.
Right
Thanks a lot,
on.
man.
Good seeing you.
Cheers, bud.
Bye.
Later on.
All right, Patty.
The day the music died.
Huh? We're about to do combat playtesting.
Ooh.
Let's do it. We're doing it live.
All right, so you got your kaiju there ready?
Yep.
Oh shit.
Okay.
I got my kaiju right here for the folks at home. What's his name or her name?
So
Okay.
you are a pilot for Wunker ISO, a mech that has been damaged. Your teammates are gone. You're the only one who's left. You've gathered together the corpses of their shattered titans that are lying across the battlefield, and you're waiting for a chance to give them a proper burial as you drag the remains back to base. But it's a long way from home. A radioactive sun is just beating down upon you, and you can feel its heat even through your cockpit visor. But you're the last person left, and you have to complete the mission. The beast that took out the rest of your teammates is out there, and it's nearby. You can hear its thundering steps as it moves closer across the horizon. You're somewhere in Australia, in a ruined town or a city that was left over, and now it's nothing but a badland. This is the monster you'll be facing.
They also have an Eiffel Tower in Australia.
Yes. But it's like one of them fake ones. It's like a tourist trap.
Yeah.
The
Someone in
Thunder
Vegas.
God,
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
trundling across the wasteland, he's destroyed dozens, if not hundreds, of human settlements. And he's been damaged. Your teammates put a dent in his armor and tore off several pieces of it. So he's weaker than he would normally be, but he's still alive, and you have to take him out.
Yeah. Those horns are for mating purposes. I'm just kidding.
Hey, what did I say about Vor? Oh.
So, wait, since this is a small Eiffel Tower, can this be considered Vegas? This is the Paris Casino in Vegas?
Yeah, you can make it Vegas.
Yeah,
Vegas
there we go.
sounds
This could be like New Vegas, like a ruined wasteland of New Vegas.
Yeah.
This
All
right here
right,
is
Patty. You can see the silhouette of the monster creeping up through ruined buildings.
Do I have like a mission command I can radio in, or am I by myself?
You're by yourself. You're too far away, but you can record your actions into your flight recorder.
All right, who am I acting like? Am I going to be Will Shatner, or am I going to go Mad Max? Want me to put on
Whatever you want. That's your character.
All right.
All right.
I am
The beast either doesn't recognize you yet, or you're staying just still enough that it doesn't think that you're a threat right now. But you know that it's coming your way. Roll for initiative.
All right. So
so here's how to roll.
Yeah.
You're going to look at your finesse score for the
Okay.
Titan.
1.
Your finesse is
What is
1.
that? What's the finesse score? What does that do?
Yeah, I'm looking at my finesse, and on my character sheet it says triple X. For
Triple
Titan
X. So
Mastery.
it's 3. It's 3.
Okay, so cool. And then what's my resolve for right now?
Resolve is 5.
5. Can you turn the
Grace
music
is
down
2.
just a tad?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll turn it down by Final Fantasy VII music.
Perfect. Right there is great.
All right, cool. So initiative works in the game. Both it's side-based initiative. Roll a number of d6 equal to your finesse score and add that up.
Okay. Do you want me to roll initiative for the monster too?
No, I am in control of the monster.
Okay, roger that. All right, so I got 3d6 here,
Okay.
and I'll just roll them right there on the battlefield. 2, 4, 6.
12. Your mech is lighter and faster than the creature, and you're able to maneuver and attack or do whatever you want first before it even gets a chance to move.
Nice.
So, actions in this game, you have 3 actions per turn. And actions are movement or attack. Special actions are like instant actions in 3rd edition or whatever. Free actions, they used to be called. They're just like an instantaneous thing. So they don't count.
Reaction.
So
Yeah.
you can attack twice, move once, you can move 3 times. Any combination of that you can do 3 times on your turn. So
Alright.
decide what you want to do. Choose your weapon.
All right, I'm thinking I'm gonna go in for a charge. I'm gonna aim for its open armor spots. So I would want to trek over this way, catch him off guard.
You gotta scream like Shinji.
Yeah!
So we actually have a rule for charge in combat.
Okay.
If you want to use this rule,
Yes.
spend 1 point of finesse. You get an extra attack on your turn.
Nice. So that would bring my finesse down to 2.
Yep.
And then does that mean I only roll 2 dice now?
Well, no, you're not rolling dice for finesse necessarily. It's based on your skill level and the weapon damage. All right, so you got you said you're using oscillating knife?
Yes.
All right. According
Well,
to the
actually,
sheet,
hold on. Before I send that, my Thunder Fist requires Tracer, right? Or Trace?
That's right.
Ooh, man, I wonder if I should just come in with the heavy hit. I got him off guard. Chat, what do you think? Should we go in with the heavy hit right off the bat?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be
Tyson Fury.
Show 'em what's what.
a 2d6, which is your heavy melee skill, plus the weapon damage, which is 4d6, for a total of 6d6. Are you attacking a specific body part?
Where did you say he was damaged earlier?
Most of his armor that you saw on his back, which are like armor platings and horns, has been kind of ripped to shreds, so his rear torso would be the most vulnerable.
All right, we're going for the rear torso.
Nice.
All right, 66 attack. You charge up your Thunder Fist.
All right, so we got 10, 15, 16, 18.
18. Your fist crashes as you smash into the back of the monster. You crack open its armor. It must have been severely damaged because it takes quite a bit of 8 hit points of damage on that section, and it roars in defiance.
All right.
That was only 1 attack. You have 2 more attacks if you wish.
We have 2 trace. I'm just gonna send the second one. We're gonna go down to 0 trace. Now, does that mean that doesn't mean that my mech is gonna shut off now, will it?
No, you just won't be able to use your super weapon anymore.
All right, we're giving him the 1-2. We're giving him the old 1-2, guys. Here we go. Come on, boxcars.
You know?
All right, so we got 7, 9, 15, 17.
17. You damaged his armor last time. Now you damage it even further.
There was a die hiding behind the building.
Oh.
22.
22. You crash with both fists straight into the creature's hide, using all the remaining power in your engine core to smash through. You've disabled the beast. The kaiju crashes to the ground. It can still fight, but it can no longer turn around, and its armor is severely weakened.
There we go. You know? You throw out them haymakers right away, you see what they can take.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I know that he's taken out my brethren, and this is for revenge! All right, so I still have a 3rd attack then, right? Because I did the charge.
That's right.
All right, so that means I have my oscillating blade, which is 2d6, and then what else do I add? Finesse. So I do...
no, light melee skill. So your skill on that is 2. So 2d6 plus 2d6. Lacerating damage. Now keep track of the number of 6s you roll, because those are critical hits and they do status condition.
Okay, so I don't know if it matters. Before, on the last attack, I got 1 6. This one, I got a 6.
Great.
So this one, I'm looking at 7, 10, 14.
Red blood sprays outward as your knife penetrates the kaiju's hide. You've lacerated at least through an artery, and it's bleeding. That's the effect of the lacerating damage type.
Hell
At
yeah.
the beginning of its next turn, it takes 1d6 damage. Hit point damage.
Nice.
All right. So the creature bellows outward an enormous roar that warbles so strongly through the air that you can see the waves of it just penetrating through the sky. The terrifying aura paralyzes you.
Oh!
Roll a contest of intuition using your pilot's intuition.
Pilot's intuition is 1.
So roll a 1d6.
Kobayashi Maru! 4.
You manage to withstand the terrifying aura and are not paralyzed, so it's basically a saving throw is what you just rolled there.
Oh, very nice.
However, the creature does turn to face you. It is Epsilon, the thunder god. It powers up an enormous strike of lightning. You can see its eyes crackling. And it unleashes a destroying beam upon you. Just like...
Brace for impact!
Well, a huge lightning bolt crackles across your frame. It's aimed at your torso. This is how much damage you take.
Torso is damage reduction 12, right? DR?
Yep. How many hit points?
12 hit points.
DR 12, hit points 12?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That was a 7d6 attack.
No!
Let's see, 7, 9, 15, 6, or 21. So you take 9 hit points of damage. The lightning just crushes through your front plate armor.
Oh shit!
I'm down to 3. I need
Warning
assistance.
klaxons go off in your cockpit, just like like steam is shooting everywhere. Warning, evacuation.
No! Will not quit!
Do you have any repair skills?
He does. He has electrical engineering. He can try to repair his armor, but it will take up 2 actions on his next turn.
What about doing like a hip toss onto the Eiffel Tower here?
Ooh.
Is that possible? Is the kaiju too big for my mech to pick him up and
No, it's that would be a grappling move. So, it is now your turn. You have momentum. So, if you by dealing successful melee damage, you gained that momentum score that you see on your character sheet.
momentum?
You can put 1 there if you
Where
want.
am I looking
It's right under the picture of the mech.
Okay, Roger.
That gives you an extra attack.
Okay.
So you have a total of 4 actions on this turn.
All right, so let's do an emergency. I don't know, guys. That guy, I mean, he basically destroyed my front with 1 attack. I mean, this could be a do or die moment. No, we're gonna put all of our actions into attacking because I don't have any backup coming my way, and I'm gonna full send trying to rack this foul Xenos' brain into some concrete or some steel.
You're gonna try and slam him into something?
Yeah. So how do we do that?
Tackle and
All right.
grapple.
If that's your first action for the turn, we're going to do a grapple. Roll a number of d6 equal to your resolve, which is 5.
Okay.
And I will roll against it.
I have thumbs. Do I get bonuses? No, I'm just Dude, nice. Here's some 6s here. That was a good roll. I just rolled 21. 2 6s on that guy.
Oh, yeah. Like you pick up the huge monster, which is dripping blood all over you. It's like splattering on your cockpit window. But you manage to pick him up. he lost the grapple check, so he's defenseless. Now you can slam him into an object with your next attack if you wish.
Yeah, I'm gonna slam him into the Eiffel Tower, dude. Hell yeah.
Eiffel Tower is a solid metal structure. According to my chart that you cannot see here,
Do it.
A solid metal structure like that would have a defense rating of 9. By slamming something into it, they would take 9 additional damage on top of a heavy melee attack. So a regular melee attack is 2d6. You have 2 in heavy melee, so that's 4d6 plus 9 by slamming him through there.
Yes. Here's the fistful of dice, guys. This is the payback for my buddy Frost guy, who is totally not based off of Iceman.
Yeah.
All right, so we got 7, 9, 10, 17, 18, 22, 28, 32, 37, 40, 43.
Are you attempting to slam him a specific part of his body onto the tower? Like straight through his chest or head or...
Can you do that? Like called shot?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
Ah, dude. Okay, what should we do, guys? Should we do his chest, or should we try to like impale his big fat face on this thing?
Butt first.
Butt first.
Oh.
All right, but I mean that's where he's jacked up. So I imagine, my guy's
I would
like,
say chest or head.
Yeah, he's picking him up like this, right? And then he's gonna toss him like that.
His cloaca is okay too, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, what?
He said, my cloaca.
Yeah.
All right. So you said he dealt 43 damage.
Yes.
With your giant slam, you impale the beast on top of the Eiffel Tower structure, and it slams completely through its hide and breaks out of its back, and blood sprays everywhere across the battlefield.
That's what I'm talking about.
You've won.
Yeah!
Well done, sir.
So
Finished. Cool. Fucking stage fatality, even.
Yeah. All right. Well, you did a good job there. The dice rolled in your favor on this one with that huge slam, and you won the grapple. So that's what this game is about. It's about a big explosive combat that can swing either way, kind of like a wrestling match.
Nice.
Oh, yeah?
So, out of the kaiju's decrepit remains, a gaseous cloud begins to disseminate. That's the trace. All the kaiju, it's like their ichor, their life force. You have a tool that lets you collect this. So
there you go.
You can vacuum it up and get $1,000 for turning that in.
Because his mech runs on it, right?
Yeah.
So it's helpful.
Wait.
Resource.
So he can restore his own trace and then get money on top. Not that we'll play long enough to get to the money part, but still.
It's all right.
Hell yeah.
Fucking cool.
That's what it's about. It's like scalping him.
But as you guys can see, I mean, it's like fast combat, We want it to be just kind of exciting the whole way through. And I think that big dice pools kind of keep that momentum exciting.
So can you
What do you
explain
think, Patty?
the,
Fun so far?
Yeah. Can you explain how do you get momentum again? So you get it by making successful melee attacks?
That's right. By successful, it has to go penetrate their damage rating, defense rating.
Okay.
Yep. So it's kind of an incentive to do melee instead of stand far away and just shoot rockets all the time,
Right. Yeah, it really kind of stimulates like when you get something against the ropes rather than, it trying to dodge. You're really carrying forward that. I really enjoyed the fact that you guys have some grappling rules, and they seem pretty straightforward in comparison to some other games that I've played. So it's like an opposed strength check, and then what are the limitations to throws? Like, are we talking like you could do suplexes, hip tosses?
You basically can throw for a range equal to your resolve. So with a resolve of 5, you can throw him 5 squares if you successfully pick him up.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But, a lot of Titans might not have that much resolve. They might only have 2, so your throwing capabilities will be limited in that case. If you manage to even grapple him at all.
Very cool. I feel bad for my fallen comrades. Dragging their corpses. Do you track fuel as you're doing travel?
No, not in this game. So now you would enter, if this was a mission and this was your final objective and you won, now we go back to base and kind of do your downtime activities where you repair your Titan. You can use your experience points. You get experience points for what you just did. You actually get a lock because you defeated a Titan that was bigger than you and stronger than you. And you did it by yourself. And you didn't die while doing it. So it's like kind of adds up. And then you can use that to buy more upgrades and train and stuff like that.
Stacking wins, bros.
Did you talk about the factions? The 3 factions? Yeah.
No, we're combat playtesting. I can pull that up though. All right. Did you have any other questions about like just the basic stuff, Patty?
I would love to take a crack at making my own mech, but we could do that offline too. I think.
Yeah, for sure.
What are there rules included? Maybe because there's rules for smaller mech, like stuff that's like power loader size up to about what I would be playing with here.
Yeah, I cheated a little bit because technically the mech that I assigned you was the smaller one, but all of the kaiju that I had stats for were big, so I just made your guy big.
Nice.
That's all I did.
Doesn't bother me, dude. I got that cinematic finish.
Yeah.
Covered in the blood of my enemies. Trek home. Successful for Frost Guy.
Yeah. You got the goo on your cockpit,
He almost self-destructed. He thought about it for a second.
It did cross my mind. I didn't want my mech to get into the hands of this alien scum.
Now, unless your cockpit is damaged beyond repair, you can eject before sending your mech out to self-destruct. So you don't have to always die doing that. But most of the time, if you're in that bad a shape, your cockpit's going to be crushed in and everything anyway.
Right. I'm paralyzed. My Titan has become my boom.
Well, that's when you need a structural fabricator, right?
Right.
The engineer in there.
Man, I've got some other mech looking guys. Like this would be a 32 millimeter scale loader guy. You can almost see a guy that's in the cockpit there.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That one's a Dead Zone mini. I got another one up here, kind of just like it. I just broke his weapons off because they were metal and I needed to paint behind them. But yeah. Let's see. What are some other questions that I've got here? So the trace, what is the process of getting the trace from fallen kaiju? So, because earlier you said that you can't really replenish it mid-battle. Is that one of those things where it's
it's basically it's their blood. So it has to it only appears when you kill them.
Oh, okay.
Kind of no, it's not their blood. It's it's in their blood. It's kind of like their Iker essence or life force, whatever you want to call it.
It's their plasma.
Blood.
Yeah,
there's
pretty much.
Regular blood and then their plasma.
So you have a ghost vacuum cleaner that you go in and you vacuum it up. It's like Command and Conquer.
Yeah.
That guy that goes around and collects the Tiberium. That's basically what it's like.
We have other uses for Trace too in the book that are useful in character pilot creation too.
Yeah.
I don't have.
Yeah, I need to run some more people through, run Patty and some guys through full character creation, and I be strategic about it, and I choose the skills and choose the background and all that stuff.
Yeah, we
that's
could do.
It's a huge monster.
Yeah, so like again, if you were to compare the sizes here,
Yeah,
this is again power loader size, and then she's kind of like the size of like the alien Hive Queen.
for real. Gradcast. Can we run another scenario? It's probably not, because we're coming up on 2 hours on the stream and I'd have to flesh out some more character sheets. Probably would just take too much time. But we will be doing that online, at least on the Gilded, pretty soon.
I'd say the first play test is hella successful. Congrats.
Ah, thanks.
Yeah,
Well, it wasn't our first. It was just the first with Patty.
Oh, okay.
And that's the most important one.
And first on live stream.
Yeah, first on live stream.
I'm jealous of your kaiju miniatures. These are neat.
Right.
Yeah, I've been collecting them for a little while. Like this one is from Mantic Dead Zone. My wife was painting this one. She's been working on this one for years.
Wow.
This is a privateer press mini. I got a giant fucking bird too that's just been collecting dust.
Yes, you can't call that a miniature anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a toy.
Yeah.
Frank has a whole chest covered in dust next to his couch downstairs, filled with monster Pudgy left us. Remember
It's
that?
my miniature.
Hey, my kids have the same Skeletor.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. And this is the newer one where it's like very articulate. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, my wife
Yeah.
made me a Frankenstein out of crochet.
Nice. Very nice.
But yeah,
check on the Kickstarter.
I definitely think even if you don't have minis, you could easily print tokens out and put them on washers. So you can get washers from any size. I mean, running this game, Theater of the Mind, I would imagine would be no different than regular.
No, it's not hard. The difficulty starts to get more intense the more people you add to the table, of course. Because this is just a 1v1, it's pretty easy. But when you're dealing with like 4 or 5 mech guys versus 3 plus kaiju, you really need that like range.
Yeah,
like,
they're all in
map it
their
out.
own individual battles. Yeah. Well, I actually, instead of maps and stuff, we mostly do Theater to the Mind, but also I have a dry erase board, to keep track of maps, stuff like that. So, or battle maps and whatnot. So, yeah, I mean, it's something that epic, you're going to have some kind of way to keep track of it. I love the minis, though. Those are awesome, man.
Thanks.
Crack, that's
The
a great
paper
question
minis.
there.
Paper minis are a great idea. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah, paper minis would be awesome. I want to get some going. I mean, when you say long-term campaign, you can string together as many missions as you want into like a theater of war. I mentioned on a couple of streams, like with Blackwatch, that the power level can start to escalate to the point where, like, I would say 10 to 12 sessions is probably the limit. Because at that point is when you're rolling the insane dice and it starts to get bogged down a little bit.
Apocalyptic.
Yeah, apocalyptic stuff goes on at that time.
Yeah.
But, you can always roll that into a new team with new mechs and new pilots, and you can kind of have that fantasy of like, Pacific Rim, the guy, like the father died and now his son is taking over. Like that could be your new pilot, and you've inherited the mech from him, that type of thing. And it's got all the battle scars, and you have to learn how to like your skill level sucks, and you have to learn how to pilot this huge thing with all this advanced weaponry.
Yeah, patch it together like Robotech.
Exactly.
Crack asks, what's the ideal amount of players?
Depends on what you want to do. The giant size Pacific Rim style mechs, Evangelion Titans that are 80 meters tall. You really want like 2 or 3 of those max, because just the amount of weapons and dice that you're rolling is huge.
Yeah.
But the smaller ones, like the power loader ones, are designed for like more, like 4, 5, 6 player tables, because it's like a team based like combat experience. So there's a lot of teamwork involved. You have to like work with your buddies to like design your Titan with different weapons that fit different scenarios and stuff like that.
Yeah. So you have like a tank, you got a like the classic, build where you got like, damage dealer, healer, that kind of stuff.
Range people.
Well, I mean, you could do that for sure, but it also comes down to what type of weapons, like Frank just said, range. Like, if you go into combat with guys that all have miniguns and autocannons, and you're fighting kaiju that are resistant to bullets, and you have no idea that until you actually get into combat that's going to happen.
Right. Yeah.
So you're going to be screwed. You needed that one guy with the flamethrower instead, So you're going to be strategic about it.
The lightning or something. Yeah.
It's possible, because one of the things that I'd be worried about is having the one guy that's kitted in such a way where he's not very effective against kaiju. But if he was smart, you could outfit your mech with a variety of options that could actually make them at least useful in almost every situation.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Mech Warrior effect, where your first instinct as a new Mech Warrior player is to just stack nothing but that Gauss rifle thing, the really powerful thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just put nothing but that on, but that has, like, you start to realize that that's not going to work. So, similar kind of idea going on there. There's a lot of ways to detect what resistances and weaknesses kaiju have and other titans have, because you're not just fighting kaiju, you could fight other mechs too. But like a xenobiologist background can determine that. You have sensor arrays, like Dragon Ball Z, the power level is over 9,000. Like you can you have like stuff like that can help you determine it. If you're close enough to base where they have communication with you, which in this case they did not, because he's out in the wasteland, then they can like report via satellite and like tell you what they know about the battlefield, that type of stuff.
I know that you guys are probably just focused on getting this book out, but is there an idea for different timelines that exist in the setting? So ones that are closer to the beginning of the end versus ones that are farther away, and what that might look like?
I haven't really thought about that, to be honest. Like the kind of the crux of the whole setting is like post-nuclear war,
right?
So there's really not. I mean, after that happens, humanity has no means of fighting back yet. So there's really not much action that can occur there. It takes a few years for these factions to develop their own titans. Let's pull up the factions and take a look at them.
Well, either way, I'm super appreciative that you guys let me get my toys out and you let these minis see some glory of battle. That means a lot to me. So, I mean, that's, like you said, that's a huge sale.
Oh, it was great visuals.
These are tracers. The trace is it's ever present. It's in the atmosphere. It's why people can't use planes anymore, because it just fucks with electronics and causes things to crash.
Right.
Any human who's exposed to it, even just a little bit, turns into a mutant. And they only have like a few days to like maybe even a couple of months to live after that.
Oh wow!
So you start after trace exposure, you start to gain these monstrous attributes, and you're stronger. You're a lot stronger and more resilient, but eventually you turn into a monster like that, and you lose your humanity, and your teammates have to like basically kill you. So that's their whole point.
Oh, so what's the point of like effective character death for that? Like as soon as you go too far, you transform, and it's like effective character death.
Yeah. Basically, if the game here it says that if the game continues past this point, create a new character.
Right.
That's the end. But there's like you can roll 12d6 to determine how many days you survive with the disease. So like you could die very quickly, or you could linger on for, quite some time, and like maybe you can find a way to hold it off with advanced medicine or something like that.
Yeah, you got to get that Magic Mike money. I hear that. Disease like that.
There's our first faction, GridCom, the Global Resistance and Intraterrestrial Defense Command. And they're set in Japan. We've got Japanese scattered throughout the books. It is accurate. I made sure it was accurate so I don't get laughed at. And then I will be accused of cultural appropriation, but I will not get laughed at it.
Yeah, good.
So these guys are set in Osaka, Japan, because Tokyo has been destroyed. That's a given. Like Tokyo is gone. That's every kaiju thing ever. Tokyo is going to get wasted. And they have this giant command center, like I was mentioning earlier. It's like they can report to you like details on the battlefield, kind of like Evangelion. They have those giant screens, and they can see what's going on via satellite and like provide you with like tactical data. They're a lot more high tech than the rest of the world. They have like a cyberpunk city that you live in, and like a high level of technology for that time. It's not like today. Like the internet is just entering its infancy because it's still based on like DARPANET, back from like the 70s or whatever.
Yeah.
They have like they're just now starting to get like DVDs, stuff like that. Characters, NPCs. Each faction has a bunch that are kind of like important people that you can utilize in a mission or a campaign. Like, for example, you have your Japanese admiral who's in charge of the fleet. They give you orders and missions, and he's kind of an honorable guy that's like his wife died, and they each have their own backstories. And then you have the mad scientist who has ulterior motives, like he wants to study the kaiju, and like you don't really know what he's up to, stuff like that.
Right.
Got your Ricky Race Steel. So there is a component in the game of playing outside of the Titan. So you're just a regular guy on the ground, exploring the city or doing missions, like a Metal Gear style of thing. Because, all the pilots have a military background of some kind. So this guy can enlist you to go on bounty hunter missions to hunt down like mutants and aliens, and like you can get extra money and stuff like that. If you don't
flyers on the billboard in the local inn.
Yeah. You have your gang boss here who's like Kingpin from Spider-Man, and you have to like deal with his street thugs who are like all weird cybernetic implants and stuff. So there is like a cool like cyberpunk like component to it.
Yeah.
Greg
asked, what's your favorite, yours and Frank's favorite mechs?
The David Bowie one, probably.
Or kaiju.
Are you talking about in the game or like for the genre?
I'm assuming he means in the game.
You might be talking about the genre.
Could be. How about both?
Yeah, let's do game first. I was talking about.
Frank is not. He doesn't really like this. Not the game, but like
I'm not.
You don't have a history of like watching that and like stuff like that.
Yeah,
he doesn't have a Godzilla collection. Got it.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Not a scale.
I would say Neon
Godzilla, of course.
Neon Genesis.
Yeah, Neon Genesis Evangelion is my favorite.
I need to get into that.
He clarified that in the game is what he's clarifying.
Oh, in the game. Okay.
I've tried the Neon Genesis. I need to get another shot.
If you like the sound of crickets, because they use that sound effect.
Cicadas.
So
A
fucking
lot. I mean, I live in the Midwest, so I'm used to cicadas. Trust me.
Each
Hey,
faction
what's up,
has
Frog G?
2 classes of Titans. The giant ones, which you can see here, they're called Sentinels for Gridcom, and then those are the ones stealing the 25d6 stuff. And then you have the smaller ones, which are the Zone Busters. And that's the one I cheated and made big because I don't know why. I was trying to finish it real quick so I could play this with Patty. Even though I have stats for the big ones right here. So I could have done that. This guy has way more weapons and options.
Right? That's okay. I think it was effective what you did.
Like these guys have Omega Strike. You can spin Trace to activate 2 of your weapons simultaneously for like a 20d6, like a mass driver combined with a maser cannon, just blast the shit out of them, type of stuff. Then we have the U.S. Remnant, which is the Terminator/Aliens faction. And they're the ones living in the underground military bunkers, Cold War bunkers. They're a lot more low-tech. All their stuff is analog. There's they run on diesel power, nuclear power. America's cities have been destroyed. It's all a wasteland. And all their NPCs are strict military wasteland people. Michael Ironside is there.
I love it.
Yeah, he's General Ironside. You go to him for missions. But there's also an asshole general who wants to he sends whole squadrons in to win the mission or die trying, basically, type of guy. So he's he's
sounds like my boss from the last one.
Yeah. And then we have Staff Sergeant J.T. Booker. God damn.
God damn.
I'm getting too old for this.
God damn, motherfucker. Don't like no damn kaiju up in here.
I like your Kurt Sutherland. Very nice.
Yeah. Codename Tango. He's your Solid Snake type of character.
Need a cardboard box mech.
He doesn't get a mech. His secret, and I'll spill the beans because it's not really a secret. His secret is that he's this guy. He transforms into basically Godzilla. Yeah. So the U.S. Remnant has a super soldier project, and their giant-sized Titan isn't a mech. It is the ability to transform yourself into a kaiju. So you have all kaiju powers, for example, this guy was before the war, he was a pop culture icon. Then he got infected with this virus, and now he can turn into the Guyver, basically, type of stuff. And then, so you can turn into a giant monster, and you have a massive amount of trace and all the kaiju powers, but you don't have any missiles or bombs or guns or anything like that.
Yeah.
So that's how you have your fantasy of your Attack on Titan or the Guyver playing as Godzilla, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And then their version of the mechs are the Bunker Busters, that guy and that guy, which are the smaller ones. You can see they're a lot more industrial. They're not as sleek and as high-tech as the Japanese ones. And they're designed with a special purpose. This one has pincer arms and tow cables and almost no weapons. So the whole point is to win grappling contests with this mech.
Nice.
You go in and you grapple them down, and then your teammates can jump on and deal heavy damage. Stuff like that.
Can you go back to the guys that transform? Do they have certain levels of transformation? Can they transform into different classes of kaiju from smaller to larger, or is that just built in that they transform into a particular size and then don't get any bigger Or
That's
smaller?
right. They're the version of the 80-meter tall ones for this faction.
Oh, okay.
So you turn into this picture is misleading because it shows a human form and kind of a smaller, but it's just like kind of superimposed so you can see the guy. But
Right.
this is actually an 80-meter tall, like giant monster, like Ultraman.
Okay.
And their thing is, I mentioned they have all kaiju powers, so you have to spin the trace. You have no option for like an oscillating knife that doesn't use ammo. You spin the trace, like you spin your trace to use your powers, and that's how you deal a lot of damage. But if you run out of trace, it's like that game Rampage where you just go
Yeah.
you
Fucking
turn back
Rampage.
into a small little guy, defenseless human, and you're just laying there like defenseless.
Dude,
So you have to
I had
be-
Rampage on Nintendo. That game was awesome.
That was
So that's their main weakness, is that yes, you are a kaiju, but if that happens to you, you're in deep trouble. Like no one's coming to bail you out.
Yeah.
Third faction is the alien faction. They're the enemies of humanity, and you can play as them. So with kind of faction-based play, before the game begins, you need to work with the GM to determine what faction your table wants to be. Because there's not really inter-faction play. It's possible with the two human factions a little bit, but not with these guys, because they're the villains of humanity. They're the ones that brought the kaiju from the stars to colonize the Earth. And so you can't, if you play as them, you are only them. And you have to have this role-playing mindset of playing as like this sinister alien that hates destroy all humans.
But that just opens the door for somebody to make a driss, right? It's like, oh, I'm a good drow. It's like,
No.
oh,
right. Well, a little bit of a
kind of, maybe
tribute.
a little bit. Some
Yeah,
of
I'm
them
just-
are disillusioned because they lost the war.
Right.
The colonization attempt failed because
Yeah.
nuclear war, and so now they're in as much trouble as the humans are. But they still
Yeah.
hate humans and want to destroy them. So they have two fronts to fight. They have to fight the kaiju that have turned on them, and they have to fight the humans who want to kill them. So they have a tough time.
So these are also the
good.
bad guys, the big bad in our Iries setting too. A little bit of crossover.
Yeah, the Volgrax. They're reptilian entities, kind of like the Skeksis from the Dark Crystal. They're our version of Randall Flagg from Stephen King. Like they're gonna appear, the Dark Tower. They're gonna be like the villain, like an interdimensional villain that appears in all the stories. But anyway,
Very cool.
have a few NPCs for them, not too many because they are an enemy faction, so they don't necessarily need a lot of NPCs. Nazi mad scientist. You've got the one human who managed to weasel her way in, and she's like mostly cybernetics now. She's like a pilot. You have the psychic anime girl who's like Rey from Evangelion, and she's like kind of sympathizes with humanity, but you don't really know what her motivations are.
Yeah.
And then you have the main leader himself. I thought this art was cool. So they just go through just like destroying cities with like massive laser beams and stuff like that. Like that's like an Evangelion type of like angel monster.
Yeah.
Some of this isn't complete. So their smaller titan is called the Dragon. And it looks like a dragon, and that's why it's called that. It's kind of like a walking terror. See two guys with on the ground weapons trying to take one out, and they're about to get hit with a maser beam. They're just gonna get fried in a second. Nothing you can do about it.
So when does your campaign ship like fulfill?
Probably next right around April for the hardcover. The PDF December, January.
So a few months away, 2 or 3 months away.
Yeah.
Just one of those things that helps find any issues before you go to print.
Yeah, we got a lot more playtesting to do. Combat rules, we laying them out. Yeah. The kaiju. There's a ton of them. They're not all laid out. I've got most of them statted. This is probably my... Oh, no, this isn't my favorite one. It's my second favorite one. Look how creepy this guy is.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. I remember the first time you shared that art. I was just like,
he's got like human teeth. It's like really weird. I'm like, what the fuck? So like his thing is he doesn't have... He has a couple of basic weapon type attacks, but his main thing is he creates a version of himself, like a duplicate. So every time you kill one, 2 more take its place.
Oh, bastard.
Yeah, so the giant enemy crab curator would enjoy this.
Crab.
They tried to nuke it and it didn't do anything. It basically is like the Juggernaut. It just slowly trundles along in one line and nothing can stop it until it gets back to the ocean.
Yeah, but imagine how good it tastes.
It's like a it's like a Tarrasque almost, huh?
A lot of this artwork is like during when the kaiju attacked rather than like afterward.
Yeah.
There's the one you just fought, right?
Yeah, I don't imagine. It's like, hey, you want to know what? The world is falling apart, but we really need a day at the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got umbrellas out.
I mean, in Japan, there's still like kind of resort areas and like places that were not touched by the war that you can retreat to because every anime has like a beach episode or whatever.
Right.
So, like, it's not really a focus of this game. All our kaiju are based on some kind of mythological creature or god or monster. And then the Greek numeral is how many times it's been killed.
Oh.
He's alpha, so he's never been killed. No one's ever killed him. But he's theta, so a bunch of this guy have been spotted and like destroyed, but he's still around.
Yeah. Yeah, he splits in 2.
Giant Biolante monster, a Sog. It's just a spore that can't move at all. It has no movement. It just comes up out of the ground and like spews toxic gas everywhere. So you have to figure out how you're supposed to deal with this fucking thing. Like you can't just run up to it and hit it because look at it. So like you have to like kind of strategize how to get rid of it. Giant undersea.
One that freaks me out. Nope.
Yep. Giant undersea monster that spews molten lava as its saliva.
Ugh.
It's the reason why no one can use ships or boats anymore because this thing is around and nobody's been able to kill it. It just chomps a submarine in half with one bite.
Damn.
Weird. Wobbly, basically like a kaiju of like chaos. His movements are very erratic and hard to predict.
You can see the zipper.
Yeah. Got our cool overgrown city here, always a staple.
Sorry to interrupt, but I've got a show on my channel here in about a half hour, so I need a little break, kind of whatever. So it's cool hanging out. Thanks for inviting me. This is cool as shit, dude. I'm looking forward to it. So.
Yeah, we're way over time. We were supposed to only run for like 2 hours. We're at 2:30.
Oh, that guy.
Hell yeah.
What do they call that? A water bear?
Well, either way, I'll see you guys around. Franklin, nice to meet you. Patty, take it easy. Greg, I hope I will see you again soon. So later on, guys. See you, chat.
See you guys.
All right, guys. Anyone else?
I do need to vanish as well.
Questions before we go for the night?
When's the next stream?
Shit, more playtesting on stream. I don't know. I have to plan that out. This is our first stream ever.
Woo! I'm so glad I got to be here for it. I really appreciate you having me on. That was an absolute blast. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot, dude. All right, Frank. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you, Frank.
Catch you guys later, and don't forget to tell people about the Kickstarter. Alrighty. Bye-bye.